All people who talk about Ocarina of Time always talk about its gameplay and go on and on about that. I would like to discuss its plot and how it reflects in my own life, because in a lot of ways it does. I sat there and thought about it. I was like, Link's life in OT reflects a lot of my own, and I would like to explain why, and the game itself is just so powerful. So without wasting any more of your time, I would like to discuss it. Link's life starts out in a small town or a small forest. It's happy. All the people that live there, seems like there's nothing wrong, right? Think about when you were a kid, play outside and the sun was out and you'd play baseball or something like that. Just live carefree. When Link leaves his home, he goes to Castletown, and all the people there are happy. They're all dancing, they're all talking, they're all just seem like they're in a good place of being. Even the adults at that point in time in Link's life are happy. Link seems like for a good while he actually enjoys his quest. He gets to do something that not a lot of people do, obviously. He has to save the world. That's what he's tasked to do, but he's not like bragging about it or anything like that. He just does what he has to do, get the 3 spiritual stones. That's all he thought he had to do. One fateful day on his quest, his whole life changed. And that could be argued when he began his adventures, life changed, and while that's true, his life was still happy. He was still Link, he was still himself. There was still that childhood piece of him that still lived inside of him until that one fateful day when he got sealed away in the Temple of Time. When Link wakes up after 7 years, this is what he sees. Castletown is completely destroyed, and the world that he knew, all the people that he met as a kid, are all gone. Some may have died. His whole childhood was ripped away from him. As Link's quest continues, it took a much darker turn. I always think of this line right here, because Link's world that he swore to protect, as a kid, it felt so magical. Everyone felt so happy, and the world could do no wrong. But it turns out, that's not how it tends to be as an adult. Now I would like to reflect a little bit on my own life, how this whole sentiment here reflects on my own life, and I'm sure that it reflects on a lot of people too, so buckle up. Where I grew up, it was a lot like Link. I had a great childhood, despite being disabled. I lived a good life. I lived in a nice, bright place. It was all happy. Being a kid felt so magical. Despite what I couldn't do, I still had a good life. I played a lot of games. I went to school. I had quite a bit of friends. I was a happy kid. It seemed like even though my life was a little bit more different than most people, I still had a good life, and I still do. But let me explain. The year I became an adult, my dad passed away, and my dad was an extremely religious person, and he instilled that into me. And I always felt like it was so black and white. Like, there was intense stuff in the Bible, but as a kid, you just learned certain things to shield you from the, I guess, more darker aspects of our history. And he always said I shouldn't watch the film The Passion of Christ till I was set in my heart to do so, basically. It wasn't until about a year after he passed away I sat down and watched it by myself, and I could see where it came from, because it was so intense that I never pictured how intense what Christ went through, and that film captures that so perfectly. And I always thought, yeah, it was an intense moment in our history, but not like that, not on that level, at least as a kid. And I now know that's like in Ocarina of Time, when you become adult Link, again, a lot of intense stuff happens. The world tends to not care about you as much as an adult. Like, as a kid, you think the world revolves around you, but it doesn't. And it's just, that's how it reflects in my own life. So every time I play Ocarina of Time, I think of those moments of my childhood. But when you become adult Link, it's like, yeah, this is how my life is now. Not darker, there's still good moments, and like Link at the end of the game, he gets his childhood back, and I try to live a happy life as much as I can these days, but it's sometimes just not so easy. So I think Nintendo captured that like essence of life so perfectly. And I don't think it goes like without saying. A lot of people don't like realize these things. Excuse me, that like the game as a kid or why that game is so important to a lot of people, a lot of adults. So I just had to say this. This is a little bit unscripted. I took a little bit of notes, but I know I ramble, but I hope I got the point across. If you were looking for a gameplay breakdown, that wasn't the whole point of this, and I didn't go through every detail of the story of Ocarina of Time, and I hope people will actually sit and watch this. I know I trip up on my words, but I think I could help a lot of people with this, and let me know if you feel the same way. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stuff, and God bless.